Welcome back to another one. Just want to start this off by saying everything went well at the hospital, and we have a new little girl, and she's 9 pounds 1 ounce. Made it back home last Sunday and just kind of working back into the groove of everything, getting ravaged by a newborn. It's a lot if you don't know, but trying to get back into the videos. I think I am about a week or so late now, maybe 2 weeks by the time this gets out, but that's fine. We'll work our way back into it, but please be patient with me because it might take some time in between uploads until we kind of get caught up. And again, before we jump into it, I did get a PO box finally made. It's in the description. If you want to send me anything, go check it out. So last video, we got the head fully ready to go, back on the block. We lapped all the valves because there was a burnt exhaust valve. Well, a couple burnt exhaust valves. So we went ahead and replaced all the exhaust valves, got them all lapped, and got the head installed, torqued down. We also did the timing, and that's where we left off, was getting the timing finally set. Now, I'd like to get all the timing cover back on, get all the wiring connections done, valve cover back on, basically everything to get this thing started. My goal for this video is at least have this thing cranked over, running for a couple seconds, just make sure everything's good. Also, in the last video, there was a comment saying that possible injector might be bad. If you don't know anything about the dual point fuel injection, basically a carburetor, you got 2 injectors that shoot way at the back of the intake manifold. It's hoping that it gets distributed correctly all throughout the 4 runners, but one of the comments said that maybe one of the injectors isn't working properly, and that's why it got really hot in the cylinders and burnt those valves. So might end up getting 2 brand new ones, or maybe send those out and get them tested and cleaned. But regardless of that, we can at least see if it'll crank over and start up real quick. So let's dive into it. So I think I'm pretty close to getting this thing started. I have gotten the distributor on, all the connections plugged up, got the throttle cable tensioned right. I think we are pretty close now. So all I gotta do now is put the header back on, which we ended up having to cut, as you can tell, because those studs are always a pain to get off, and I think it was this one that I couldn't get off. I just said, screw it, we're cutting it. So we'll run open header for now just to get it tested out, and then we'll figure out a way to maybe weld it back onto the other pipe, which I don't know if I'll be able to do that. It looks like it's has 2 pipes inside of it, so I don't know, that should be interesting. Regardless, we'll figure something out, I'm sure. Just for now, run open header just to see if it'll hit. So let's get this thing back on there, turn it over. So for all you car guys, or new car guys, this means we lost some hardware. I lost the studs and nuts that hold this on, or maybe it didn't come with it, but now we have it all held on by random assortment stuff. We got the O2 plugged in, we got plug wires that we stole from Sydney's car, and the battery stole from the Miata. This is centered, so hopefully there's no retard or advance right now, and I think we're ready to finally start it. So let's see what happens. Hopefully we didn't blow anything up. Oh, okay. Woo! Woo! Yeah, let's go! It's alive! Let's go, man. Woo! I'm excited. All right, so where do we go from here? I gotta think. I'll get back to you. Now we need to get this thing idling good before we drop it down on the ground. And first off, if you could see all the smoke, because I play a little bit more off camera. This gas in here is probably 10, 15 years old. It's doo-doo, and it smells. You can tell this is old, nasty gas. We need to get some nice gas up in here, probably octane booster too for the old gas, because I really don't feel like draining it. Probably should, but yeah, that's a headache. We'll go to the gas station, get some good gas, get some octane booster at the parts store, get everything filled up, and then try to tweak it, play with it, get this thing to idle good, and start putting it back together really, and go for a test drive and see how this thing actually drives. Before we do drive it though, fully, we need to go through the brakes and make sure everything's good. The fluid in the actual master looks really good actually. It looks like this thing was replaced recently, so that's good. I still want to go over it. I think we took apart the rear brakes because they were stuck, but I can't remember. But that's just things we need to go through because we need this thing to stop when we do go for a ride. Let's go get some new gas. Let's get some gas put in this thing and then keep playing with it. So while I was out earlier, got some new fuel filter. Went ahead, decided to get one, get that replaced. Gonna go down the store, get some gas, get that in here, put this thing on the ground, roll it out, and let it start and run and get hot outside since it's smoking a lot. Then I would like to, once it gets warmed up, check the ignition timing. And on these cars, on the hood, right here, it needs to be 18 degrees TDC. So get all this stuff replaced, get it pushed out, then we can go over how to get the ignition timing set properly. Side quest, I was filling up a radiator fluid, noticed a small leak from here. I guess I loosened this bolt. I was going to take this off, but then decided not to. Well, I forgot to tighten it and it started leaking out, so I went ahead and just took this off, replaced the gasket. So now I'm just in here tightening it back up. So hopefully now it doesn't leak. Take 2. Got the car out, finally, gas in, radiator fluid in, oil in. Just need to connect this little dude. Then we should be able to start it, let it idle, see if it'll come up to temp. So I think it's not gonna come up to temp because if we look in here, the gauge is not working for the fuel. So I'm thinking it's not gonna work for the other one as well. So, all right. Oh yeah. Look at all that nasty, disgusting gas. All right. Let's let it run for a little bit. We'll check everything out. I'll get back to you. All right. We'll just put around the yard. Sweet. Throttle body's sticking, so I gotta fix that, but it's driving. Brakes work. It's definitely smoking a lot, but I can't tell if it's fuel or coolant or what, so we're gonna have to figure that out. But I really need to fix the throttle body so I can play with it more, not have to worry about it sticking open. That's a big worry, so kind of got PTSD after the wagon that one time. All right, let's put the car back in the garage. Also, if you can hear, radiator fan works, so that's cool. I am already getting hot, and it's not even hot here in Tennessee. Sweating my balls off, but I'm glad we got AC, so at least we're warm. So at least we're cold in here. So there we go. So we got our win today. We got it started up, we let it heat cycle, so the radiator fan actually kicked on. This hose right here got warm, so that means radiator fluid is circulating. That means the thermostat's opening, so it's good. Got the fuel filter replaced, got some high octane gas, and I think I put 93 is what I had for the Miata. Put it in there, hopefully it's cleaning out the system. It seems to be idling pretty good, but what I'm running into now is we're smoking. We got the check engine light on, so I don't know, maybe there's something there that's wrong. Maybe I got the fuel injectors backwards, I don't know. There's a primary and a secondary, so maybe I had those plugs wrong. We're just gonna have to dive into that. But the throttle body's sticking, that's one of the main things, and I need to take that whole assembly off and clean the throttle body, get it working good, then kind of move on from there. So that's all for this video though. I know it's probably short, but kind of gotta do what I gotta do with this baby. But in the next video, taking apart that throttle body, cleaning it up, getting it back on, see if we can get it to idle a little bit better, then dive into checking the ignition timing, make sure that's all good, pull that check engine light, see what that's all about, and then keep moving forward on this thing and hopefully getting it out of here, getting it back to Raymond, get this bay open so we can start working on other stuff. Also, I got some goodies for the Miata that's going on soon. Also, we're doing a Memorial Day drift event, so stay tuned for that. I might record it, but I'm definitely gonna be drifting there. So if you're local, come out, come hang. It's a good time. It's a 2-day event, night and then day the next day. So with all that being said, I'll see you next one, guys. Peace.
I'm cold-hearted and broke, I cold-started and choke. I grow part with my soul, devote harder to grow. I know why. Hey.